안녕하세요, konnichiwa, ni hao. Hello everybody. Okay, so first off, I just want to talk about how do I have 11 subscribers? Like, I know I said this in a previous video, but I didn't even think I'd get 1 subscriber, so I know it might seem like nothing, but to me it means like the whole world to me. Thank you so much if you subscribed. If you didn't, you don't have to subscribe, but if you do, it'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, anyways, so today we are going to be reading a izuku midoriya x femme listener, which you probably saw by the cover or something. And this is from the book Boku no Hero Academia One Shots, Various Sex Reader, and this is written by choerrychuu on Wattpad, and this is the chapter New Beginnings. Also, right before we start, I just want to say I love this Wattpad writer's name. Like, I love Luna. I stan them. If you don't know what Luna is, it's okay. They're just a K-pop group. But if you do, please, let's be best friends. Anyways, let's just get into the video. I'm ranting. Yeah. Hello again. Sorry to interrupt, but like, if I sound different, it's because I recorded the intro on a different day than I'm recording this right now. So if I sound different, that's why. Also, in the intro, I forgot to mention that this fanfiction is actually like a Christmas special, even though I'm recording this in May, but it's not too Christmassy, and it's just so cute and so fluffy. I had to read it. Anyways, let's just get right into the fanfiction. How is he supposed to give you his present in a place like this, in front of all his classmates, and risk the chance of being embarrassed? What if you said no? Would you laugh at what he had gotten you? Or more specifically, what his mother made? The different outcomes to his dilemma was endless. Yaoyorozu Momo currently was hosting a party in celebration of the New Year a few weeks after New Year's Day. She invited everyone over, including those from the general studies in class B and C, to come over to her grand mansion, including you. Midoriya thought now would be the perfect time to show you his gift he was supposed to give you on Christmas Eve, right before everyone went home for the holidays. But he got too nervous and hesitated with his actions up until today. Many people were curious as to what was inside the poorly wrapped All Might themed decorating paper, might I add, box. What's inside it? Shying away, he sheepishly answers their curiosity. It's a sweater. For Ellen-san, correct? Todoroki questioned, slightly tilting his head to the side as he observed the cubed object. The pigmentation of Midoriya's cheeks blossomed in a bright red hue. He instantly covers his face in slight embarrassment as soon as he heard your name. Why would you assume that? It's quite obvious you like her. You have a special page in your hero journal adorned with a bunch of hearts. I saw you working on it during the sports festival when it was her match, Hagakura informs. Gero, I think I saw Midoriya YN in there. Midoriya quickly intervened on the last part that Tsuyu had said by letting out a frail Asui-san in embarrassment. Snickering amongst himself, Bakugo rests his arms behind his head on the couch from the other side of the room. Call me Tsuyu-chan. It's okay, Deku. Don't be so worried about giving her the present. She loves stuff related to yarn and handmade items, so I'm most certain you'll be more than fine, Uraraka states, beaming at her close friend. His heart squeezed at this, as he pulled a rather not-so-lovely face that Uraraka has grown used to, ever since teaming up with him at the sports festival, that is. What's wrong? You look weird, she comments. Still squinting, Midoriya covers his eyes and begins to say, I'm just nervous is all. As if on cue, it was at that moment when the sound of soft footsteps could be heard approaching the Yaoyorozu's spacious family living room, where everyone was. I think that's YN, Ojiro stated in a slight rush. Everyone began to scramble, well, aside from Bakugo, Todoroki, and Monomwa, for they simply didn't feel the need to be bothered to worry, and act as casually as possible. Act cool, Kamidori whisper yelled. The footsteps drew closer, up until the person stepped into the room, everyone awaiting her presence. Yaoyorozu's mother stepped out from the shadows, dressed sophisticated with the same features as her daughter. I hope you all are feeling comfortable, she asks. Albeit, the outcome of their anticipation left everyone dejected, but they still answered with enthusiastic yeses. Yes, thank you, Mother. That's good. I hope you have room for another because I found this young lady mistakenly wandering around in the servants' headquarters, the woman stated, stepping aside to reveal dazed YN, glancing all across the room at all the decorations and chandeliers. YN! Midoriya was quick to hide his face once again. However, this time it was not out of embarrassment. He couldn't help his eyes from wandering back to your elegant form. Everything about you was so beautiful. It was hard for his freckled cheeks to not turn red. Enjoy yourself, the mother advised, smiling at her daughter's friend. And with that, Mrs. Choerrychuu left. Walking into the room, YN waves energetically. Hey everyone, sorry I'm late. I had trouble finding where the living room was. It's no problem at all. Here, sit. You can have my seat, Momo offers, already on her feet to show her emphasis. She happened to be sitting right beside Izuku, who was already trembling and freaking out at the thought of sitting beside his crush. Are you sure? Yes, I insist. I can always create one. Everyone returned back to their chatter and activities. Yet, at the same time, they made sure to frequently look over to see how Midoriya was doing now that YN's presence was beside him. Feeling the weight of the couch deepen a bit, Izuku desperately tries to find something to make him seem as if he were busy, such as twiddling his thumbs or intensely staring at a feather sticking out of the pillow that was in his lap, hiding the neatly wrapped present. Hey Izuku, she greets. His green eyes hesitantly wander upwards to meet your ravishing bright eye-color ones, although it doesn't last for more than a second, so he decides to focus on your smooth neck. Hey, YN-san, hi, he stammers. Emitting a melodious giggle, she smiles, looking his outfit up and down. You look good. I really like your sweater. The material is so soft, and the designs are so cool. It's related to All Might, right? She leans in closer to properly examine the details of the neatly woven sweater his mother knitted for him. Little did you know that you would soon have one to match him. YN was so close that Izuku could smell the sweet scent of her shampoo she used, her favorite that he's grown used to, vanilla. By now, it was clearly evident that he was blushing. She presses her palm against his chest, grazing it over the bold yellow letters. On the verge of screaming out of joy and shyness, he lets out a weak yelp. YN-san, what are you... that's peculiar. Do you have the might part knitted? Where's the all? She asks, her palm now placed back in her lap. Okay guys, out and into the dining room. Go, go. Choerrychuu calmly shoos the silent crowd of students who stopped talking long ago to eavesdrop on Izuku and YN's conversation. A chorus of dejected sighs and whines were heard throughout the room. What? I wanted to see what would happen, Mina sighs. There's snacks, so do not worry, dark-haired girl ensured. Ida speed walks past the group to supervise that everyone would not run in the halls of the well-kept mansion. Do not make this as an opportunity to fool around and make a mess, he scolds. Free food, Sato exclaims, as almost everyone exits the room. Oh, food? YN questions, rising from the couch with Midoriya questionably tilting his head. Not you two, dimwits, you stay, Bakugo commands, and with a grunt, he slams the door shut. Bakugo, not so loud! So they left us in here, alone, the green-haired male states, his gaze now falling back to YN. She shrugs and sits down again beside him. Yeah, they're doing this because they want us to be alone, which was weird because it came out of nowhere, she thought out loud, gazing up at the ceiling, as she sighs and taps her fingers against her knee. Izuku uses this as a chance to shamelessly stare at the girl before him, taking in every beautiful feature that he hasn't noticed before. If he had the chance, he'd love to know everything and everything about her. Oh, everything and anything about her. I'm sorry, I keep messing up. Simply being with YN made his mood so fluttery that he couldn't fight off the dopey smile making its way onto his face. He was looking at you the same way he'd look at All Might, but with a more lovey-dovey aura around him. He had been zoned out for quite a while, not realizing that you had been calling his name for a while. That was until you patted his knee. What did you say? He asks, shaking his head to properly get rid of his starstruck state. Whilst you were too busy smiling at me, I asked for where the all in All Might was. Oh, that, he recalls. It was either now or never. He was either going to give you the present and feel relieved, or most likely sick due to the rush of emotions he was feeling, or wait until the next holiday to come around. I actually have a reason. He reluctantly removes the satin pillow from his lap, revealing the gift. That's so cute, Izuku. Is it for me? Nodding, he hands the rectangular box to her. Her delicate hands grazed his and took it from him. I'll make sure not to rip the wrapping paper like a brute, she adds, carefully unboxing the present. If anything, Midoriya wanted her to rip it and get it done with. The slow process was making it even more agonizing for his poor heart to watch. No, it's okay. You can rip it, he says. Oh, thank God. Harshly ripping the paper apart, she gets to the important part, the box. She lifts it up to her ear and shakes it, but not a noise was heard. She lowers the present and lifts the lid off, removing the fancy glittery tissue paper that hid the accessory. Inside was the same sweater that Izuku was wearing. The only difference it had was that it had the word all on it. My mom knitted you a jumper, he says in a hurried, unintentional, loud tone of voice. He pants and adds, although I came up with the designs and all, I just thought it'd be nice if we were, matching, and you're my all. Does that make sense? I hope that doesn't sound stupid. I wasn't the one who came up with that. It was choerrychuu. I just needed something to show that you were my all and everything. I said it. I'm so embarrassed. Please, if it doesn't make sense, ignore what I just said. Izuku quickly confessed, his unusual frenzy of muttering really fast amongst himself. Fortunately for YN, she's heard every word he has said. She lifts the sweater and slips her arms through the correct holes and slides it down to her torso, smoothing out the lint. Izuku-kun, it fits. Please let Yunko-sana know I love it a lot. She's so talented, she gushes, wrapping her arms around his built back. His muscles at first tense, but he eases into the hug. He's been craving to have more physical contact with YN for many days now. He's wanted more than the occasional hand brushing up against each other or high fives. It's no problem. I'm glad you like it, he says, his fingers absent-mindedly tracing her cloth shoulder. Pulling away from his warmth, she smugly smiles. And Izukun? Yeah? Pulling him in, she daintily kisses his lips. At first, he wasn't sure of what to do. He was kissing his crush, for crying out loud. But at the moment, he did whatever felt natural to him, so he embraced her. Enveloping her into his warmth, he tangles his rough, calloused hands into her hair and plays with the soft hair-colored locks between his fingers. He's been longing to be with you like this, and for him to finally have you in his arms gave him an ecstatic feeling. Breaking the kiss, you pull away. Midoriya's eyes were still closed, but his lips absent-mindedly followed, searching for more affection. You jokingly press a finger on his mouth, causing him to open his eyes. Aren't you glad you gave me your gift? It's been a while. You knew? He exclaimed in pure shock. Of course, being patient and waiting for you to confess and give me your present was torture, but in the end, it was definitely worth it. You're not really good at hiding your crushes, Izuku. I'm trying. YN laughs at his light-hearted defensive state. Thank you for everything, especially what you said. I'm glad things turned out the way they did, she exhales, burying her face into his woolly sweater. With a prominent, tender smile, he replies, Yeah, me too. Oh my god, that was literally one of the cutest things I've ever read. And I've read a lot of cute things, trust me. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Again, like always, I'm really sorry I messed up a bunch of times. It's like early in the morning. Well, not anymore, but it was early in the morning when I read that. Sorry, I'm kind of like zoning out. Okay. Yeah, so again, if there are any fanfictions you guys want to recommend, or any specific characters you want me to read a fanfiction about, then please comment it below. I haven't gotten any comments yet, but I know I have to just trust the process. Yeah, this YouTube channel was actually kind of originally a joke, and it's just something I do when I'm bored, but but now I'm gonna try and actually post every single Wednesday. Hopefully, I'm gonna try my best, but I'll probably miss a couple if I'm being honest. I'm really busy, like really busy. Actually, I'm not trying to sound like one of those people who's like, oh my gosh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to blah blah. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound like that. I'm rambling for the millionth time. Okay, I'm just gonna end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I have a great rest of your day. Bye. This is such a bad outro. Bye.